Welcome back to Sovereign Nation. Joining me now, Emmy Award-winning producer, documentary filmmaker, and host of The High Wire, Dell Bigtree. Dell, thanks for joining us. I want to jump right into your thoughts on President Trump's forceful return to public life after leaving Walter Reed on Monday. On Friday, he was doing a radio marathon. Saturday, he's getting ready to return to the campaign trail. Do you have any concerns that he's doing too much too soon, or is back to business the right message at the right time?
I think that he's representing what it means to live in a free country, and only you can decide what's right for yourself. Donald Trump is leading by example. He, marched forward. He came in contact with COVID-19, as we all will. Remember that herd immunity is the end goal, whether we achieve it through a vaccine or actually getting the illness ourselves. Anyone that thinks they're going to avoid it is kidding themselves. They are anti-science. The science is that this virus is here. It's here to stay. It's always been here. He contracted it. He showed us now that we have treatment plans that are available, things that he's invested billions of dollars in, and he marched on the front lines. I've never seen a general that is, it really puts his money where his mouth is, or his body, in fact. He is taking products that are in trials. He's not making somebody else do the trial for him and putting them for his guinea pigs. He's using himself. He comes out the other side. He feels healthy. He feels strong. And he's representing the world what America stands for, which is nothing holds us back. We cannot let this hold us down. If this is an enemy like any other enemy, I think about 9/11. During 9/11, I was living in New York City, and we said we have got to keep our lives together. We have got to keep our lifestyles. We cannot let the world think we're weak or that terrorism can affect us, and this is the same. We cannot let the world think that a simple virus is going to shut down our country and make us less than what we are, and I think Donald Trump is standing in that, and good for him. He can decide whether he's healthy enough to be out there, and he is.
It should have been a unifying moment for the country, just like the references to 9/11 and President Bush, who unified the country. When
right.
President Trump, and we just ran the B-roll of him on the balcony taking that mask off and inhaling free breath, and yet it triggered every last institution, and elected official mask was so important and really a healthy measure. Now, of course, we've got the Commission on Presidential Debates insisting that the next debate, the second debate, be a virtual one. Your thoughts on that, and of course, President Trump's sound rejection that he play theater of pandemics.
Well, I think what he's representing is the goal. We have got to achieve herd immunity. Now, Donald Trump has, joined that group of people around the world that now are pillars of herd immunity. He has gone and he's done his job. He caught the virus. He beat the virus. And just like every virus throughout time, we need as many people as are healthy enough to catch the virus, achieve herd immunity, and stand strong. And when he's taking off this mask, he's showing us the way forward. And I think he's representing that, and we shouldn't be attacking him. That's the road we're all going to have to take, whether it's through a very risky vaccine that gets us to our immunity, or whether it's by dealing with the virus, which for not it. And Donald Trump, who maybe sits in the riskiest category, just showed us that there are treatments that are going to help people like him through this situation. This should be an empowerment moment. This should be a celebration that America is now in the clear to move forward. We have a route forward, and Donald Trump is representing that to us.
Along with Dr. Scott Atlas, three renowned epidemiologists who came out with something called the Great Barrington Declaration. And as you're referencing, Dell, this idea that natural herd immunity for those who are at lowest risk is something that there is now a faction of support building within the administration. Of course, the forces of the public health industrial complex not too happy about this. Tell us more about that conflict.
Well, I mean, what's amazing, and I've been reporting this on the High Wire for months now, what started out as hundreds of world-renowned virologists, epidemiologists, scientists, and doctors standing against the lockdown, saying that this is going to cause more harm than the virus would ever have dreamed of. Well, now we have, I think, when I checked the number based on this petition yesterday, over 15,000. I would guess it's probably nearing 20,000 scientists and doctors from around the world now signing up, and is proving the point. The majority of science actually does not agree with the lockdowns, do not agree with the masks. We know that we have to deal with this virus the way we always have, which is we've got to protect. Remember, it's not just carelessly not protecting anybody. They are very specific on the route forward, which is let's protect that 0.26% that are dying from this illness. This 0.25% are having acute reaction. Let's go to the nursing homes and really take care of them and protect them. But for the rest of us that have a less than 0% chance of dying from this illness, that are able to stand strong, catch it, and achieve herd immunity, that's how we save lives. Protect those that are in danger and march forward your army of healthy people in America to achieve herd immunity. Simply locking down only delays the inevitable, which is we all get sick and there's more deaths. So it's great to see world-renowned scientists coming together on this issue.
No question. We have about a minute before we go to break and then come back with you. So the one-size-fits-all approach has led to so much collateral damage and victimization of people who were not at risk of catching this disease, dying of it, all of that. And yet we've got a clear choice here now between the Trump administration, who is listening to people like the signatories and the pioneers of the Great Barrington Declaration. And on the other hand, you have the Biden-Harris ticket, which is endorsing essentially some sort of regime in which mask mandates will be a federal scheme. What is your reaction to, the framing of these two choices that Americans have on Election Day?
Well, I think it's interesting that the campaign is coming down to COVID-19, not on economy or all the other things that would usually drive an election. And for me, it's a clear point, right? Do we want to live in mass? Do we continue to lock down, destroy our economy, and let China take over the world because they're the only country that's really manufacturing? Them and Sweden, who never locked down, never wore masks, all of their businesses are working. And so if we are going to become a secondary or third strength power, then I would say we go with the Democratic Party. Lock down, wear masks. For me, personally, I know I can handle this virus. I don't want to hurt my company. I want my children in school. They can handle the virus. I want everyone that can handle the virus to stand strong in it. And to me, there's a clear choice on what president will represent our freedom to breathe the air. It cannot be illegal to breathe the air in America, or we have clearly lost our way.
Yeah, that's right. That's the meaning of land of the free. Well, we've got to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll tackle media hype over the so-called twindemic, vaccines, censorship, and much more. Stay with us.